Hello, everybody. We are live. I forgot to announce it to the group in Facebook, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just posting to Facebook to make sure that people do it. Just writing what we're coloring in, so that way they know. I forgot to do that. Oh well, that happens. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a life update too. So last night, I went to the Marie Lou signing. Marie Lou is an author. Hello to the two people in the chat. So two of the, so I got my book signed. This is her new book. As you can tell, I have read some of it. I haven't always, I didn't finish it yet because it came out about a week before her signing. She was only about, she was signing at the Laguna Hills Community Center, which is 20 minutes from my house. So this is the pretty red cover. You guys see that? And then if you guys want to see it, what the inside looks like, it's red, which I love red. So here's her signature. I love Marie Lou. I loved all her YA stuff. So then the person who was talking to her, they happened to be selling her book at the event too. She was talking, but she wasn't the main store. But her name is Sarah Swift. Sierra Swift. She signed, as you guys can see. But what this has been described, and a lot of people who were at the thing told me that this is a really good book. It's The Witcher meets House Moving Castle. So it's also what if the Witcher was a girl? So she was really nice too. So we'll be coloring that as well. And so I have some Mad Libs too. So when we get some more people in here, we'll be doing that. Today we will be coloring from, I know there's so many good pictures in here, but I like people and I like portraits. As you guys see, I did a little bit more work on this one. I always have a lot of whips. For some reason, it's like I can't finish or real life gets in the way and then I can't finish. So this one is called Sunflower Maiden. You guys chose this picture. Hold on. Sometimes I don't know why there's a shadow on everything I do today. Maybe because it's so dark in this room. Hold on, guys. I want to see something. I normally don't do this. Oh, no. It just takes one knock. So what happens is they've been setting up the new internet connection a lot on this thing. So I just want to see if having some light in this room, some natural light as well, will help. But I don't think it always helps. But we do that as well as we can. And I have my Prismas and I have my polychromos. Today we have 80s Mad Libs. So I like that. We're making the girl a brunette. Just so you know, I'm making her a brunette. Sometimes I don't do what they call layering, the proper layering, but I love coloring autumn. I've colored quite a lot of things this month. So, not in this book per se, but in other books per se. But then, it happened because they were setting up the cable, and the cable happens to be, I thought that they were going to set it up in my room. So I went out there. I had to put a whole lot of stuff away. If you've ever seen my room was like a complete mess except for my hardcover reading books. So some people have asked me why I'm not. This is called light chrome yellow, which I don't really like this yellow now that I think about it. So we're going to be looking for that brown that I like. Yes, Polychromos has they have like really nice browns and I don't have to play with. Burnt sienna. This is the one I was looking for. You know, it's always when you're looking for the colors that you can't ever find them. And I do have some other pens. What happens with my pens? This is like my fine liners, old gel pens. And I ended up giving one of my nieces one of my what is it called, pencil cases, the ones with the unicorns, because she really likes unicorns. So I gave that one to her. Me, I always thought my journey in the center. Now, some people will say, well, you shouldn't do that, but I do it. I'm thinking orange and red for this, and then I'm thinking brown and like a yellowish orange. These will be done in pen, the center, so. So I still have a lot of things to watch and catch up because I've been kind of really busy. Next week I might be going to San Diego. I don't know. It all depends on what my mother feels like doing. So kind of like beholden to her in a way. And since I'm still working at the same job and I'm part-time still, it really isn't a inconvenience if we go away for a week. And we would get to San Diego by train, so that would be really a nice thing to do. We'll see if my mother wants to go away or not. My mother is actually at a casino the next 2 days. She went away for a small little getaway with a friend that she made. So she's over there. I'm home right now. So tonight I'll be going to a book club. It's not that far, so. But I was really happy with the signing last night that I attended. It was so much fun to listen and hear the things and See, it's always fun. Hello to the one person in the stream. I know there may be one or other people. I apologize if I've come on at an early time today. So when we have more people, we'll do some Mad Libs. But it's kind of been a crazy few days. Someone asked me, "Do you have any new books coming?" I mean, I have the Christmas coloring book coming from Color in Heaven. And I think I have the new Johanna Basford book on pre-order. And I tell you, some of the books I've read this last month have been very, very good. What Fury Brings by Trisha Levin. So you guys have been hearing me talk about it. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved the book from start to finish. I mean, if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 4.5 because I thought towards the middle it had some choppiness. I mean, towards it in the middle, but I absolutely loved it. Thought it was a great read from start to finish. Sometimes I get these things on my phone called Indeed. So, like sometimes you get news feeds and that they kind of interrupts everything you're doing. So now I'm going to do the thing and then we're going to do that in wish I had taken a small little piece of paper with me. I'm going to go to my pens, which are in this big, beautiful box that looks like a skeleton. And I got this. I was originally planning to put some knickknacks in it, but then it worked better as a. I got this box at, where did I get this box? Probably at a TJ Maxx or something. Or a Dollar, or one of the little discount stores I got it at. You'd be surprised what you can find at some of these discount stores here. Like, I'm always amazed that I find so many good things. Now, let me see how that bleeds through on this paper. Okay, it didn't bleed through. That's a good thing. You don't want them to bleed through. Touch this, it taps. Thing is, I don't like when my computer goes off on me. So I'm hoping this does not go off on me. I'll tell you, the Prismas are, someone asked me, what are your favorite prism pencils? Well, I would say the pencils I probably use most on my Prismas, probably followed by probably by the colors, which I did not bring out. But here's the thing about those pencils. When you do those pencils, this is called Madder Carmine. This is going to be kind of like a reddish brown in there. I actually like that because it gives it more of a real life feeling to it. Mind you, that wasn't even properly sharpened. Now, some would argue I shouldn't do that, but when you're coloring flowers, especially fall flowers, you want the colors to kind of be a little bit more vibrant. So this is a staple fine liner. And this is the point on it. It is so little you can't even see it. But it does work. Then you want a dark orange. This is called dark cadmium orange. I wanted a yellowish orange, like a more yellow orange. So I think I have something here. This is like a yellowish orange. You want the colors to be vibrant. This is why I brought out my polychromos. Now, a lot of people know that I don't bring these out too often. I will say right now, I was on Blix a few weeks ago, and every pencil has gone up in price, even the Prismas. It's insane to think that art supplies have gone up so much. Everything has gone up. Coffee, my grocery bill. See, some people think this looks easy to color, but it's not as easy as people think it is. So, I've started getting back into reading books, and I'm really pleased about that. The thing is, though, in November, I don't know if I'm doing the clubs or not, but it looks like next week I might not even be doing the fantasy book club if that happens. But I've heard San Diego has some really good bookstores. What did I watch on TV? I did watch 911. I haven't watched the new series 911 Nashville. I must say that I kind of like Leanne Rimes' character a little bit. She's a real pain in the ass character. Sometimes you need the fine liners because the fine liners help you. Well, now I know a lot of you are thinking, well, this is going to be mostly, yeah, all the flowers are going to be the same because then it just looks better. I know some people can make them all look different and they look amazing, but for my purposes, I go and do what looks good on the paper, and I always look at the back. Whenever I use fine liners, I'm always concerned, like markers, that they might go through the other page. So some paper does do that with your fine liners. I don't know why, but it does do that. On higher quality paper, it probably will not do that. And like what I mean by that is if you use anything from like Color It or Color Ya or any of the more glossier color books. It'll do it. Hello to the two people in the chat. Say hello. I love when people are here. It makes me feel like it's good. So, last night we were at that signing and it was really just a really fun signing in general. I started reading Red City as soon as I finished What Fury Brings. I did enjoy it. I am enjoying it. I'm only like about 100 pages into it, and I'll tell you right now, I'm enjoying it a lot more than Warrior Princess Assassin. I still have to finish that. But I am enjoying it. And the romantasy picked Alchemized. I'm not sure I can go through another Jamoni fanfic reading thing. Oh, don't get me wrong. The cover is beautiful. Everything is beautiful about that book. It is just stunningly beautiful. I do want the Christine Karen book, but right now it's out of stock. I want both of those Christine Karen Wildflower books that she has, the new ones. The new one and the last one she had, I think they're beautiful. Except right now my collection can't do it. That's another reason why I sometimes try to finish coloring books and books I want to read so I can make room on the space for new stuff. I think November and December I'm going to read what I want to read independently of the clubs. just because I have so much inventory of books that I haven't read yet. Someone asked me, would I go back to book blogging? And I'm honest to God, not sure if I would do it or not. I'd have to be reading more than I currently am. So it's kind of a hard thing to do. I do not know if I have a duplicate of this one. I will have to look in my duplicate set. Yeah, I have a place where I keep my polychromos. Yeah, I have one case, actually 2 cases for Prismacolor duplicates. Eventually it'll be one. Accidentally, when this gets blended, it kind of messes up what I did, but it actually looks really good. It's a little effect. Someone goes, how did I get so many pencils? And I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't get my pencils all at once. I got each of them at different times, so. And I go to blick.com, honest to God. I really do go there. A lot of people might argue, well, you shouldn't go there, but truth be told, they're really very, very good. Only one time did they not send me stuff for a month. And then as soon as I reported that it didn't come, a week later after the thing didn't come, they refunded me my money. And then all of a sudden my art supplies came, which I kind of found ironic because they had been like stuck somewhere in Illinois and they didn't come. And, you know, if I order something and it doesn't come after a month, I call Blix up and go, listen, I didn't get it. I waited the standard 4 weeks. They say wait 3 weeks usually. And then report them. I usually wait 4 weeks, and then if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. So always remember, so sometimes things take a long time because of shipping. They have gotten better with the shipping. You know, when I first moved out here, the shipping wasn't great. And then as I got to know this place around here, I found that I could get my Prismas via Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and you know they have a whole section there, but they don't have the other art stuff there. I'm always looking at places like Ross, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I would have said Joann's, but Joann's went out of business. And I think Michael's bought some of their business, some of their inventory. So if you see sometimes inventory that's really cheap, that means it's a closeout. Doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that now you can get the stuff you wanted for a little less money. I think this is kind of closer to what you would see for sunflower. You know, we went to the Bowers Museum a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago. They had terracotta warriors, which means of clay. Of earth clay. And the story goes that there was this farmer, and he was farming land in China. And while he was farming, he bumped onto something, and then he found something while he was farming, and then he got a little he got concerned when he saw it, so he called up a museum or an archaeology site, and hence we got. And it was like the most. It's like one of the of recent time. I think it's only been about 10, 15 years. I mean, they excavated this whole guy's farm in China, and they're still doing it, and they're still finding stuff there. And this was when they found it. The story goes that they were able to find something in the history books that talked about the first emperor of China, and that he commissioned these statues to be made to honor him and his legacy. The first emperor of China was very obsessed with immortality, supposedly. So the exhibition is no longer there because they only had it until October 18th. So I got very lucky. My mother and me went there to find it. So I get to do a lot of exciting things now that we're here. You know? The fine liners are like one of my favorite tools. I do like these, but I have so many of them. That's the problem, that I actually don't know when I'm going to run out of these because I just have a giant, like you guys saw the box. That's so many different pens. That's fine liners from Staedtler, Arteza, when I bought the Arteza stuff. Now, I'm going to say something about the Arteza, and I know there are a lot of fans that some people don't like, but I'll tell you right now, I find Arteza gimmicky. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's just my opinion. I know some people love them, but I just find them gimmicky, and I find that I could get, for the money that I spend on them, I prefer the Staedtlers over the Artezas. And when I bought them on a recommendation from Johanna Basford. We all know Johanna Basford as the artist who started the coloring book craze for a lot of us. For a lot of us, Secret Garden was our first coloring book, let's face it. I mean, there's so many things I gotta watch. The new season of Witch is gonna be coming up soon, which I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to the final season of Stranger Things. That's coming up soon. I might have to do a marathon of that. I did see someone spoiled the ending of Peacemaker for me, season 2, and now I'm like, I don't want to watch it at all because I don't like that ending. And then to find out the show got canceled and it's not coming back, I'm like, are you gonna leave us on that kind of ending? That's bad form, DC. Very bad form. And my mother's been watching this thing called Hollywood on Netflix, and my mother says she enjoys the series. Hi, Jenna. How are you? I'm good. We're coloring from the one that everybody wanted me to color from. There are so many pictures in here to choose from, you know. This is the autumn one. This is what this book is coloring. Heaven Presents Autumn 2025. This is one of their season books, or magazines. This one doesn't come with your subscription. You have to purchase this separately, or you purchase it as part of that. What did they call it? A seasons bundle? I know, right? Well, let's hope something happens while we're streaming. Yes, we're doing this in polychromos and prismas today. I just like using my my polys. I don't use them too often. A lot of my more expensive pencils I have not been using as much when I color, just because when I go to the Blick website and I'm ready to do an order, the price is a little insane, and then the shipping has gotten a little insane. But I don't understand it. So, you know, we've used a Stay Love fine liner and polychromos from Faber-Castell. My mother started watching this show on Netflix called Hollywood. She really has enjoyed it. I really have enjoyed everything in this. I've been enjoying stuff. You know, I went to a signing last night, Gianna. One of my favorite authors that I love. I have read all Hawaii stuff. Aren't they pretty? Right? I like sunflowers. Well, what we used was which colors did we use in that? Middle carmine red, a Stabler fine liner for the little dots in it, and then the pencil I'm currently sharpening because it got dull. Everybody tells me, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that." I'm surprised Michelle is not here, but I think she's streaming. And so then we are coloring cadmium orange, I think is what this is called. You know, the thing about autumn is it's so pretty. It's just like you just get like such a nice selection of reds, yellows, oranges, dark greens, dark browns. Whereas Christmas is like bright red, blue, green, gold, silver, some nice purple here and there. Autumn is so much fun to color. I tell you, it's like don't get me wrong, I also like the Halloween stuff. Today I can do this because my mother's not around. She went to the casino for a few days with one of her new friends, and she's gonna go there and they're gonna enjoy a show, hang out by the pool. I hope she enjoys it too. She made a friend, possibly. I really like all the coloring in there. So I like coloring these things. They're so pretty and so nice, you know? I wish I had taken out the other book, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe Latte, so I should show you guys it. Now we did that. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to color the color, but we're going to do her eyes next. Then her skin. Thinking I want to make her. Wait a minute, I forgot one. How did I forget that? I'm thinking blue. Don't know why. I always think blue. Purple. I just feel like blue would make it more, you know. I was thinking reddish orange, but now I'm thinking blue. This is too dark. The blue. You know, Prisma has really good blues, but the problem with the blues that they have is like I'm thinking like a bluish purple. We'll do her shirt and then we'll do her face. And then we'll do her skin tone and then we'll do the leaves. Hopefully more people will join us for Mad Libs. I'm kind of surprised we are at 44 minutes. Oh no. Don't tell me it got stuck. Now I can't sharpen. No, I can't sharpen now. I have another sharpener just in the other room. Hold on, guys. I gotta get the. There's another blue. I should know what some of these colors were. The pencil sharpener got the thing stuck and I have to take it out. The thing about the AFMAT is that it takes the long ones. And then and yes, I did get the Halloween Color in Heaven. I finally got it. I was so happy to get it. I cannot tell you what a pain in the butt it is when you don't get the book. This is Middle Phthalo Blue. When you're waiting and waiting for something and you're expecting it and then nothing comes. This book is really good, actually. I almost didn't buy it because it didn't have enough. It has more. The first two, the spring and the summer, have more portraits, and this has more, like scenic stuff in it. It has. That's basically what it is. It has more scenic stuff in it. As you can tell, this is something I was working on but didn't finish, and it kind of has more like the scenic fall pictures and then it does, to me, you see there's a portrait. To me, this doesn't have as many portraits. Doesn't mean it's not good. It just, if you're a person that's like me and likes portraits a little bit more, that's fine. But sometimes you want to do something like Creative Haven. I have those autumn books by Creative Haven too. But what happened was now everything has been put away in bins, so I have no idea what's in my bins because I just started putting things away. The only things that are out of the pictures that I finished or I was working on. I'm working on a PDF too, actually, from Shade Your Way called Pumpkin Patch. And then I think the next time I'll stream is probably at the end of the month next week. But remember, there'll be a week when I might not be around. So if that happens, I may be doing some maybe tomorrow I'll do some pre-recorded video. I'll start recording some pre-recorded videos. And someone asked me about diamond painting. Maybe I'll do one diamond painting video, pre-recorded. Because I know a lot of you like those when I did them last time. Diamond painting is very hard sometimes because you got to have, as someone once told me, patience to do it. And it takes a while to set it up too, so it's not like it's just like boom, boom, boom. Well, tomorrow I gotta probably bring this bag from I have over here we have a thrift store called Savers. And there's also Goodwill. What happened with the Goodwill? How shall I put this nicely? The Goodwill store no longer takes books, which I'm kind of a little pissed off that they no longer take books because I frankly think they should, but they don't do that. But Savers does, and so Savers sometimes will put the books that you donate, and what happens is that the proceeds that the store makes after they pay their staff and everything else, all the proceeds go to benefit the Red Cross, the American Red Cross. So think about that when you buy from thrift stores, where that money is really going. I'm liking the way that this is going really, really well. Wow, we've been pretty good almost. Yeah, I'm really impressed. Yeah, I know. I did it really early. It's like what is it like now? It's 10 a.m. So we my time. I don't know about you guys' time. It could be afternoon where you are. It could be the early morning. It could be the evening, depending on when time you want to come in and watch. I do have another sharpener. It just happens to be in the other room. Don't worry, I'll fix this afterwards. I'll fix that. It's not a big deal to do it, but it's kind of like doing on stream would make a mess, and I told my mother I will not make a mess in this house. Well, she is gone. I will keep the house very, very clean. I have super chat enabled too. So that's that, like I think maybe after Christmas or maybe by March or April, I might be able to pay off another credit card or two. So I would really be happy if I could pay off my Macy's card and the other and another one of the small ones, and then I would only have three cards to pay off. And that would make my life a lot easier. And books are so expensive now. Well, hardcovers and even paperbacks are so expensive now. So one way that I try to cut costs when I'm buying books, and this is for coloring books too, I go to different stores. So sometimes I go to Target, Walmart, Book Expo, Book Outlet, Books a Million. I try to cut the cost somewhere. I'm thinking like after December, I might not join our L'Oreal anymore, be part of it after December. And what I'm thinking about is maybe I'll do something like Book of the Month instead, because from what I've seen of Book of the Month, they do such a better job with their selection. I must say that their selection is very, very good as far as subscription services go. I don't have a store here. I'm talking about the online website. I've never been in a store. So last night when I went to the book site, the book thing, the Marie Lou, that was only because it was like 20 minutes from my house. It was too good of an opportunity not to see her. Okay, now I want white. Where is my Prismacolor white? I mean my white in here. Oh, there are little dots on her face. That's okay. So when I do skin, I always put white down first. So now we're going to do some little tiny little red dots. I know, right? It's like you want the blue. I knew I wanted blue because I didn't want it. I wanted it to be different, but you know, just give us some little red freckles. This is how you do it when you want to do red freckles. Be light with it. I originally was going to do it in an orange color like this. And remember, we still have the green thing to do here. We have the vine to do. You know, a lot of people say, you know, one criticism I get is, oh, you don't do enough images. You do a lot of color in heaven. And the reason why I do a lot of color in heaven is because it has a lot of different artists in it. A lot of different artists get, how shall we put this nicely? They get a lot of commissions. You know, the most vibrant greens go to Holbein. That's not to say that other pencils don't have good brands, but so now I want this color, which is what? Deco Peach. This is the Prismas. This is what I know. You could do the skin tones with other things. Some people do it with their polychromos. I've never been able to do it skin tone with polychromos. I mean, if I do polychromos, I do it as part of it, like I'm doing here. Thank you. You know, and you know, you guys, I do put up polls too, like I did last time. So it's not like I don't try to make people happy. I'm looking for salmon. It's not always an easy thing to find the colors you want. This is salmon pink. This is one of my favorite ones to do. I might later on go. I'm not sure if I'm going to go today or tomorrow. Yeah, I might even stream tomorrow. If time permits me tomorrow. And I even did a Creative Haven because one of the reasons I did that was because that book spoke to me and said, do me, do me, do me. And this is seashell pink, which is like a beige. With pencils, you can do a lot more than with markers because when you're coloring with markers, the difference between coloring skin tone with markers and pencils is with pencils, you can do a lot more layers. I have found with most papers, I can only do 3 or 4 layers with markers, as opposed to with pencils, I can do 5 or 6, sometimes 7 or 8. Some people do up to 10. We've made the girl look a little darker, so that's good. And then what is this one? This one is beige, and then we'll do the light peach. Now there's a color called Nectar. Then what it is too, this month there's a lot of Halloween stuff too to color, so. And I know some people buy books like, I used to be one of these people who used to buy a lot of books per month. But I have found since I stopped buying so much and been a little bit more selective in what I buy because number one, I don't have the space here in this house like I didn't. You would think, oh, I moved from an apartment to a house that it's bigger. The situation is that it's different. I had a lot more shelf space in the other place, believe it or not. Secondly, things here are much smaller, so the selection is a little bit more. And I had put all my Christmas and all my fall stuff last year into tins, little storage tins, so I could make room for things. And now that I'm reading again and reading actual books, I'm balancing those two things. You know, I have books and I have that. And then there's the diamond painting stuff, which still is a lot of that still put away in tins and my ottoman there. I have some stuff, the diamond painting in the ottoman in the living room that you see that my mother put stuff in. So I put a lot of my diamond painting stuff in there too. So keep that in mind that I have a lot of diamond painting stuff too. Now, someone asked me, do you throw out your diamond paintings or do you keep them? That is still a thing that I decide case by case. Every book is different. I don't think we're going to be doing Mad Libs because I got, I got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm thinking of starting to pre-record for next week, so I got to start being picky about that too. You see what happens? It broke on me. Somehow I managed to get the thing out. It just isn't sharpening my polychromals. But I like coloring my Christmas. You know, and I even say this to people. When you color with your Prismas, be light with them because they break easily, like you just saw there. Now, see what I'm doing is I'm coloring it, but I'm also blending at the same time. And I see that she put stuff out there, the mail woman. I don't know what she just put out. Hold on, guys. Let me see what she just delivered. I will be right back. I got to see what she just delivered. Sorry, guys, I don't like to leave packages on the ground. You know, I'm like, I have a lot of books, really. When I started, I'm surprised I went over 500. That doesn't really surprise me. But, that's why I endeavor every year to try and finish some books, coloring books, so that way there can be more room for new stuff. Maybe books, maybe diamond paintings, as well as, and the other thing too, to me, is when I'm done with a certain set of colored pencils, I'm not going to feel sad about losing them, like I won't feel bad when I run out of my colors, because technically, don't get me wrong, I think they're a gorgeous set of pencils. So next we're going to do apple green. This is apple green. It's like a moss green. Now some of you may say, why are you doing it green? It has nothing to do with this picture, but realistically it does, though. And to me, that's a vine. And this is a Prisma. Green. Now, most people will say that you shouldn't just straight color with Prisma, but I'll do what I want with my pencils. The second thing is that you have to remember when you color with Prismas, they're thin pencils. They're called very thin for a right reason. And they are thin pencils, so you have to be careful how much pressure you put on them. And a lot of people forget that Prismas are really meant to be layering pencils. Like a lot of you know, I use them for my skin. And yes, this is a Deborah Mueller. Now, some people say they don't like the Deborah Mueller. My mother's one of them. My mother doesn't really like Deborah Mueller images. I love them. And I tell you, Deborah Mueller has a huge catalog of books. You know, when she was going through that thing when her books were not on Amazon, I was purchasing some of her stuff via Etsy. And I'm one of those people who will be like, I love Deborah Mueller. I think she's fabulous. I love her whimsical style. She has an autumn book that I want, but right now I'm like, I wish I didn't have to always be money conscientious. I will strive to continue making color videos for as long as I can. And I do want that Christine Karen book, Wildfire Folk. That book looks so amazing. But right now, I need to finish. I need to get rid of at least 5. I need to finish at least 5 coloring books. You know, there's a sense of, you know, here's the truth. When I finish a coloring book, I feel like I have made a sense of accomplishment. And I feel sad because in one way, when I finish a coloring book, I feel sad because I want to work on it again. But I feel like it's an accomplishment too, you know. I feel like I have accomplished something, you know. And this then means something else can be added to the collection. And you know, one thing that fortunately we have to sharpen again. So, you know, I am really happy. Something happened today that I wasn't expecting to happen. I'm always expecting my computer to go off in the middle of a stream. Well, I can say truthfully today, we haven't had that problem today. I don't know if it was just the time and the temperature of the house, maybe. Yeah, the temperature of the house has been adjusted, so maybe it's the temperature. You know, we're getting cooler temperatures. No, I'm thinking maybe I should go out today after this stream and go out and do that. That way I'll be back home in time. So we have finished a page today. Yay, I have finished something from the autumn book. I am really happy. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out And for those who are watching this back, thank you very much. We did not have a problem today. So maybe it's the temperature of the house, because I did adjust it to be a cooler temperature. Well, I should say my mother did before she left. So I want to thank everybody for coming today. And everybody have a blessed day and wonderful week. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope maybe I will see you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.